I got great news to share with you today. Our God welcomes cowards and foolish people. In our Old Testament lesson for today, we're going to be taking a look at the Old Testament judge, Gideon. Now, Gideon is not a leader of God's people. In fact, God comes to him and says, "Hail, mighty warrior." And Gideon does not think of himself as a mighty warrior by any means. And so he asks God for a number of different, tests to see if this is really true. You want me to be a leader of God's people? And he does. God does. God will make this coward a mighty warrior. So that's Judges chapter 5. All right, Judges chapter 6. Our New Testament lesson is Galatians chapter 4, verse 18 to the end of the chapter. And there, Paul is talking to Galatians who are foolish. Earlier in the letter, he calls them, "You foolish Galatians," because you just don't get it. And yet, in that letter, he calls them my brothers and sisters, and explains how God is welcoming foolish Galatians and foolish Christians like us to him as well. You see, the key is God can make foolish Christians like us, cowardly Christians like us, into courageous warriors, dear brothers and sisters in Christ, when we recognize that the place for us to hide is right here, in the empty tomb. If the tomb is empty, then we have a mighty warrior who makes us mighty warriors, who will work powerfully through us. If the tomb is empty, then God can be gracious to foolish Christians like us who struggle to understand. So, if we're going to hide, let's hide in the right place. This is our hiding place.